Okay, I think I'm live. Let me double check. All right. Um, yeah, I think I am live. Okay, so let's look at the title. The title is The Tragedies. Okay? And I have names here. Segundo Metran Jr. Let's talk about Segundo Metran Jr. Let's not talk about the decorated fighter when he was in the AFP. Jessica and Mancao Magno. Concha, no more. Alright, first, let's have the timeline. Timeline of the FGF and SFGF. Let me make this clear. I am not. I am not a part of the Filipino Guerrilla Forces, FGF. I am also not a part of SFGF. I am not a part of the Sovereign Filipino Guardians of Freedom. I am with Orion Perez Doom of the Correct Movement. I am with Orion Perez Doom of the Correct Movement. Alright? We will talk about the correct movement next time. When did SFGF start? When did FGF start? FGF started last year, April 9, 2024. SFGF, if I'm not mistaken, started a year after that because there were a lot of loopholes. Daghag sipyat, kung sa Bisaya pa. Maraming pagkakamali na dapat ayusin. I'm not doing the Joey thing, ha. I made this, okay? Ako gumawa nito. Matagal na ako nagaganchilyo. This is what I call the Sarah earrings. Obviously, it's green. Metran, how many people did you fool? Including the retired officers. But not anymore. Buanga ka, nagkagubot-gubot mi, tungod nimo. My tea. Let me get some tea. Oh, my blue tea to help me relax. Okay. What is 1,000 multiplied by 1? 1,000 multiplied by 1 is, of course, 1,000. But if you ask someone like Segundo Metran, the answer would be 15 million. How on earth can that little freak produce 15 million? in a span of 2-3 months by deception. Deception. Pagpangilad. What is pagpangilad in Tagalog? Panggugoyo? Panloloko? May viewer ako Milagro. Who is the viewer? Hello, viewer. Whoever you are, listen carefully. The first deception, let's call him Aguila ng Cagayan, Rodel Dupaya Jerez. Jerez as in Gerez. Who, according to the reports, very reliable reports, dahil sila din na military men, nagkwento sa akin because I have no choice. They have no choice. I am the only one they can trust. When it comes to the IT, tech, social media sphere. Because I have worked in the SEO industry, just like Alex Destor, Tio Moreno, for about 11 years. I understand keyword research. I understand proper website management, reputation management. I understand the formula on how to write articles properly. And that was way before there was an AI for article writing. It was only me, my brains, and I. And my clients, of course. Who was the first person, the first decorated officer who left FGF? It was Julio Paison. Why? Because he saw your deception, Metran. We never saw manpower, and yes, I do have notes. Ayoko na magulo. You then assigned me to the G17, okay? You have a lot of generals kuno under Supremo Dado, and then you're the deputy, right? Deputy Supremo. And we cannot call you just Metran, because you always have to be treated with so much honor and respect. When you know that you have tugged heartstrings, you would then use your catchphrase. No, you're not too young. No, you're not too old. No, nobody's too uneducated. Nobody's too overqualified. Didn't you assign me to Rafi Barroso, who's already in his 70s, pa-mid-70s na? Hindi ka naawa sa kanya at sa akin. Pinaglaruan mo kami ni Barroso. Pinaglaruan mo din si Doc Mary. Pinaglaruan mo kaming lahat. That's why we all left you. You know why? Because we realized that our IQ, the head smarts, is higher than yours. You played with our emotions. You know what? Because Mr. Barroso is like 30 years older than me. I did more than one job, okay? 2 jobs for FGF. And I did it because I know who Clemente Enrique is. I have been watching him for 15 consecutive months before I sent my application to Nelson Vargas. So I did the fact checking, I did the keyword research. I made sure that the credible vloggers would believe you. Us. You know the thing I hate the most about the Filipino guerrilla forces? Is that you give orders so easily, so fast. You would enumerate orders. And you all treated us as if we are your replaceable tin soldiers. Well, not me, asshole. Oh, Lord, I cussed. I'll try not to cuss again. Do you remember how I submitted reports every single night? I submitted it earlier. If I say I will finish something the next day at 5 p.m., it would be delivered around 4 p.m., 4:30. Never at 5 p.m. You know why? Because that is how we in Chinatown do it. We do it earlier. We submit earlier. We sacrifice sleep just to make sure that if there are a few mistakes, we can edit it. We can mitigate problems. But you do not understand it. Hi, Father. Oh, praise the Lord. Yes, I am very, very serious and very angry because pag naisungay na gamay, putlon. Kaso, hindi namin naputol yung maliit na sungay. Ngayon, lumaki na talaga. I have to cut down 2 horns and later on, pull the fat tail. You know why I did what I did? Because I know lives are at stake. Now let's talk about when your inconsistencies with shishing, 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 money started. Define liquidation. That is my first question. And you have to answer my question. Segundo, Metran Jr. Kilala ko ang lidang mo. Kilala ko ang mga nasa listahan ng iyong penniless harem. Akala mo, napaikot mo ako. Hindi. Tanga. Tiniis ko lahat ng kagaguhan mo at hindi kita sinumbong sa nag-iisang abogado ng grupo because I didn't know that he was also a soldier. I thought I would be jeopardizing his precious time and resources to blabber about you. So, dinimanda ni paring Nick si Supremo Dado. Kasi, di ba, during that time, he was still our Supremo. Your pretty little bird-brained secretary was there. Weren't you, Belinda? Weren't you? You may be second in command in the entire Filipino guerrilla forces, but you have forgotten that I am the only one who understands social media, apps, internet, keyword research. I could go on and 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 on about the technical terms. Pero the fact is, Jurassic kayong lahat. Napaka-Jurassic ninyo. When I suggested a weekly meeting over Skype, you were like, yeah. Oh yes, Skype. But none of you downloaded Skype. And you were like, why can we not do it on WhatsApp? I had to explain over and over and over again that Skype has free app recording features that would last for almost 2 hours. See? Because you had to take care of your soldier boy status. We wasted so much time. Asshole. Tubol. Metran. Do you think I did not feel insulted? Do you think Ranger Kidlat wasn't worried? He was very worried. He told me at one point, sis, marami nang nakapag-infiltrate. Sabi ko, alam ko. We will weed them out. But then again, your pretty little secretary who started editing your titles sa Magkabayan and what was it? What's the name of his YouTube channel? I used to memorize it by heart, but it's not worth memorizing. If I'm not mistaken, it's called Magkabayan and Informative Channel. Wrong YouTube channel name. It should be Makapera and Misinformation Channel. Colonel ka. Ang bata-bata mo pa when you became what I heard from my peacocks and my falcons was that batang kafgo ka daw. Kafgo din tatay ko. Gusto ko nga rin mag-kafgo eh. But probably, if I get into that group, they'd call me calf girl. Girl, for obvious reasons. Kung lalaki, kafgo. Girl ako, calf girl. No? Ang corny ng joke ko. Wouldn't it be proper kung sana man lang you have my phone number, right? You have my phone number, you have my email. You could have told me, Jan, this is what I told my secretary to do because you are resting, you are recuperating. I never heard anything. And when I went back, because Riza told me, sis, this is kind of weird. Why don't you go check? I did check. I was so surprised. There were so many unknown names in person tubol. Tubol Metran. Paminaw ka. Inamaw. In person tubol Metran, you can do the massive recruitment because you can read their faces. But this is the internet sphere. Tanga! Tanga! Sarap kong, Ni ani mo bunalan yun. Uy! Pati ruler ko, di ba green? Sus, ginoo ko kung naaka sa akong classroom. If you were my student, you would be standing and doing the squats. The whole time, I don't care if you don't get to write anything because your head won't get filled with good stuff anyway. Ginger? Ginger, my pretty cat. Don't worry. Your mother is fighting for your cat food. You see, even my cat is agitated with you. Flex your claws, Ginger. Ipakambras na ko sa imong naong nito, bull. And you're such an asshole. I gave you proper instructions. How to do keywords, how to edit the title properly, how to even replace your Facebook profile link. Dahil ang kalaban, ang pinakamatinding kalaban ay si Meta itself and hackers. I do not want to talk about how you tried to sexually assault me verbally last December. Magpasalamat ka, hindi ko tinawagan si Attorney Airborne kasi akala ko nga abogado lang siya. I'm like, oh shit. Forgive me, Papa. I didn't take your advice. I didn't go to law school. You told me I will pay for everything. You go study in Ateneo Law School because your mom told me that you were so popular in school, she couldn't get in. She couldn't watch her own daughter because she was a few minutes late. And you're popular even outside school. Why wouldn't I be popular? When a champion like Jonah Badilles molded me, molded Mabel Marie Kokamas Kutara, molded Glenn Halyorina, molded people like Judge Roger Nocum, and my secret weapon, Domir Boris, my researcher. You think you're so handsome when you're shorter than me? You know what? My dad is 5'9". And if a guy isn't even 5'9", do you think I want to be with a guy who isn't even as tall as my dad? Of course not. You treated me as if I was a booty call. Pasalamat ka. I was in my brother's house. I couldn't just tiptoe and leave the house. You know, I wanted to meet you because I know just one front kick and you'd fall. And I'd give you your phone and I'd tell you, dial 911. And you know where I wanted to kick you? In the gates of Chinatown, where there is always a CCTV camera. Not just one, not just two. But I practiced restraint. I prayed so hard. I practiced restraint. Men like you are the kind of men my sensei Tyrone told me about. When I was 9 years old, he told me, Day Janice paminaw. Imong kamot dapat paspas. Shoto kanta. Pine needle. Be quick. Kay na ay rapist. Na ay manyak. Pagdako nimo. I was 9 and Tyrone was still in college, and he was forced to explain to me unsang manyak, unsang rapist. I was a young girl. I was forced to understand. You think you're so powerful? No. You wouldn't even take your medication on time. I am the eldest kid, not just in my family. I am the tuati. Ako ang eldest na apo ng guama sasing ko, ng lola sasing ko at ng lolo oryo ko in my dura paktain tan side. Dura paktain lim tan side. Hindi ko kadugo ang mga lim. Ang mga li, according to one very credible source, yes, somewhere along my guwakong's bloodline, may dugo siyang li. I do not have any gentleness in my blood, in my Chinese bloodline. In my Chinese bloodline, I do not have any gentleness. I am like the fire dragon. Let's do fast forward. March 2025. After Duterte was kidnapped, there was a huge rally. There was a huge rally. To viewers, if you were a part of FGF, listen carefully. Riza kept on messaging me. I did not answer because I had to work. I had to recuperate financially, and I was doing good. Oh yeah, I was doing good. I'm like, oh, Reese is going to tell me the truth anyway. I found out through Riza that number one, even if you call yourself the Deputy Supremo, you did not protect the top dog, the top leader. You did not protect him. How dare you call yourself a soldier? You are not! You know what my papa told me? He told me that soldiers deserve the highest respect from me. And I was a Mother Scout in the Girl Scouts of the Philippines for 5 consecutive years. My father told me, if you don't want to do this, you do this. They will understand where you're from. And you say, thank you for keeping all of us safe. But how can I keep on giving you respect when you are not capable of protecting Clemente Enrique? During those critical moments, you chose to have your small car filled with ladies. Diba, Belinda? I will name names, and I will never mince words. And then I noticed Mindanaoans and Visayan FGF members commenting words like Supremo to Mr. Bernabe and Mr. Vargas. There were messages. I received the messages. Bakit hindi na lang si G3? Pwede naman siguro kami na lang dito sa Visayas. Mabait yun eh. Oo nga. Bait-bait ni Vargas. Baliktad. Kapaliktaran mo. How dare you do this? Are you happy? Are you happy now? All of your promises are empty. You keep making a lot of noise. Why? Because that is the only thing you can do. You are trying so desperately to fool other people. Diba? You began bad-mouthing Supremo Dado again. And I think a few days before April, Clemente Enrique decided to leave FGF. Why did you keep on asking him to be in Metro Manila when you know that he has a heart ailment? Napaka-Jurassic mo talaga. From a very credible source, I heard that there were suggestions na, why don't we just have a video conference? See? If you guys listen to me, malayo-layo na ang narating natin. Pero mas maganda tong ganito na nagkahiwa-hiwala yung FGF. Kasi ang gulo eh. Ang gulo mo, Metran. Lahat kami. We sacrificed. Okay? Naging collateral damage mo si Sansan at si Sunny. Dahil galit na din ako sa kanila. Galit ako sa kanila dahil mabagal sila sa communications. But that I can eventually forgive. Okay? You, I will never forgive because I know, number one, you do not know, you do not understand the word sorry. Number two, you will never apologize because you are the only one who is correct. Number three, my IQ compared to your IQ, well, I will let people judge. Eventually, they'll know. They'll find out. I watched your live and was very silent. And you started allowing people to insult Kevin Duldulao in the live chat. I began typing a full-blown defense for Kevin because he was defending himself alone. And then I closed my eyes. I held my English Chinese Bible. I did this. Lord, what should I do? Closed my eyes. I opened it once more and said, try to be gentle even if it is not in your blood. So I did. I just said, please do not do that to Kevin. Mabait si Kevin. Kilalanin niyo muna ng maayos si Kevin. And they were laughing at me. They were laughing at me. They were laughing at me. They tried to insult me too. I clutched my Bible again and said, no! This is not the right time. But now is the right time. Because I have trained my hands for war. It's written somewhere in Psalms, Book of Psalms. I think Psalm 144. Train my hands for war. Oh God, you know this fist. You know this fist. Metran! This is the fist of a true karateka. This is the fist of a young girl who did not have knee pads. I did not have any physical protection. I was required to fight my own brother, and then my father, and then everyone else taller than me. I only had our master, the late Ricardo Takay, his sons. My personal coach was Sensei Tyrone Takay, who made sure I would never get bruises. After 1 month of sparring, and oh boy, I never had bruises. And he would allow me to sit with his sister Ate Minette. He would tell me, he would whisper, tayo mo homework, ipa-double check kay Ate Minette mo. And Sensei Bern, He was the one who trained my brother Adrian, who did much better than me sa sparring. Of course, if I am good, he should be better. He is a boy who will grow up to become a man. But you know what? I practice restraint. I practiced restraint because I remember telling Sensei Tyrone and Bern and their father that I will only activate my full killer instincts as a karateka if it is a life and death situation. And it almost happened in the KOJC siege last year, August 25. I was with KPL, Pambansang Loyal, on YouTube. And I was with Marlon Lawis, Tropang Bisaya. I was also with Sir Co-op. I was also with Dabawenya PH. I was with Marvin. Marvin with eyes so small can easily be mistaken as my little brother. I heard Nick Torres' voice over his loudspeaker while they were throwing tear gas in the Emerald Gate. The young boys were doing coverage. And then we had to keep on running. I saw a man in a police uniform who tried to physically grope two young KOJC members. Thank God I was wearing short shorts. Yes, I'm really chubby, but I had to wear that. I had to wear that to make sure people know that I am not a member of the KOJC. I saw many things, Metran. You were not here. Wala ka dito sa kaguluhan. Wala ka dito. Hindi mo mararamdaman ang nararamdamang pain ni Sansan. Pain ko. Because we were born, we were raised here, we studied here. This is our Davao! Where's the other eyeglasses? You see, Metran, I am so tired of your bullshit. I'm so tired of your bullshit. You wanted us to attack Clear Contreras, ang nag-iisang diamante at trailblazer ng Duterte supporters. Claire, the good Claire! Her logic was very simple. At some point, nakakahiya. You fooled all of us. We believed you because of your track records. Little did we know na pinaglololoko mo na kaming lahat. Leave retired Captain Clemente Enrique alone. Do not vilify him. Wait. Yes. Bugo man din ng mga nahibilin sa imong grupo, no? Vilify people. V-I-L-I-F-Y. Pag panamas-tamas kung sa Bisaya pa, kung unsa na sa Tagalog, I do not know. When the peacocks and the falcons call me again, I will make another video like this, and I will make sure that your brain will be all fried up. Would you like your brain to be fried sunny side up? Why do people choose Dado Enrique over you? Because of the output. Wala ka na uwaw nga ang tibuok Mindanao moingon nagbuwag ta dinita kay Bernabe moingon ang kuan moingon ang tibuok Visayas buwag ta dinita kay Vargas. Ang Luzon niingon og dinita kay Satparam ta. Kana uwaw kay sila nay output, ikaw wala. Sikap pamakak, nagtuo ka, di ka manakpan. O mga Bisaya, paano ko ba ito i-translate sa Tagalog? Damn. You know what I need to do now? I need to be rich. And if I have to do it alone, which isn't a part of my father's training, he told me ever since I was a little girl until I was about 21, Janice, you will never be rich alone. You need a Chinese husband. That's why I refused law school. I told him, Papa, the peak of a lady's beauty is from 18 to 26 only. And Papa, no. I will not spend 4 years in law school. Review for bar. No, Papa. It would be better for me to stay pretty and ask the aunties for matchmaking. And that is what happened. Papa just smiled and said, yes, give me a Chinese son-in-law. Back to Metran's inconsistencies. You have been so slow to liquidate, and the international community of the Filipino guerrilla forces, of course, The OFWs noticed. You are so ruthless, Metran. You're not makabayan and informative channel. You are makapera and informative channel. Do you remember the vanguards of democracy? The one you started? I don't know if it is the very first online community you started. Nobody likes you. Why wouldn't I know? Why? You added me there. And they were like, after a week of me being there, I read stuff like, oh, why is Metran here? He shouldn't be here. You were kicked out in the general chat, you fool. Kicked out in the general chat. Kicked out just like that. Stay insignificant, Metran. Now, before I go to the next tragic tale of Jam Magno. Metran, this is the sad song of my Nightingale. Na-inform ni Sir Kevin si Mr. Enrique this morning, it was yesterday, 22nd, that you were talking about accountability again. When Dado was still in FGF, let me just summarize everything. You had a very clear check and balance. Because the name to where the donations will go is already named after Clemente Enrique. You do the liquidation, Metran, ang padala papunta sa pangalan ni Enrique. Ito. This is so awkward, but I will try speaking in Tagalog for everyone to understand. Okay? So, lahat ng pera ipapadala sa pangalan ni Kapdado. Para may check and balance, may balanse, si Metran ang mag-liquidate. Lahat ng resibo, ipadala kay Metran. Liquidate. Ibig sabihin, kahit na 0.05 centavo yan, should be liquidated. And then, yung ATM, at some point, because everything worked so smoothly until about January, end of January, before Captain Dado's birthday. Was born February, right? The ATM, the precious ATM, was entrusted to you. So when you were holding it, I'm imagining that you think, like, was it Golem, Lord of the Rings? My precious. Ang cheap mo talaga, Metran. Ayan na. Hawak mo na yung ATM. You went to Baguio, didn't you? Around February, Kapdado was already very tired. He already felt his heart ailment worsening. How can he physically fight when his heart ailment isn't okay? He needs to undergo medical procedures, right? Kuya Romy parang told me at some point, Janice, Day, nagasto din ako. For me, it's a significant amount of money. Kinulo mo ang sistema. You were supposed to give money, okay, to the ground commander. If I remember correctly, if I remember the terms correctly, you were supposed to give money to the ground commander, but you never did. Okay? Maswerte ito si Bernabe at si Juan Vargas kasi nasa Vismin area. Yung Luzon na ground commander, pinaggastos mo. Kaibigan ko yon, pare. Kaibigan ko yon. Namiayon mo. Miayon mo sumbagon, Metran. When I was a young girl, how'd kay ko mo panga? Ambak ko gamay panga. Sus, labi na karon. You're 1 inch shorter than me. I'm 5'3", you're probably 5'2". Hoy, Metran! Pagpuyo. Oh? Hold on. Let me see. Maybe it's here, number 4. Total withdrawn by Metran based on bank statement is 47,000 plus. Do not lie about this because I am going to ask for those bank statements. I am going to ask for those bank statements. And I am going to divulge your inconsistencies, your lies. If nobody will, you will fool another set of OFWs again. You will be fooling younger children again. You will be harassing other ladies again. Weren't you called Littlefinger? Littlefinger, 'cause you tried showing something inappropriate to a lady when you were taking a bath. Ay, hindi ko mabuksan ang shower. How can you not open the shower? Do you think that lady wants to see a short, old man naked? And I heard reports. Okay? From within your circle. From that circle, you were kicked out. Dado Enrique gave you money before. He used to help you on a monthly basis. He doesn't have pension. You have regular pension. Naawa siguro yung tao sa'yo kasi you have younger kids. Let me talk directly to your second wife, the common law partner. Madam naman, hiwalayan mo na yan. Maawa ka sa sarili mo, maawa ka sa mga anak mo. Why are you still with someone who keeps on disrespecting you like that? Do you not have self-respect? Respetuhin mo yung sarili mo, madam. Unahin mo yung pagmamahal mo sa sarili mo. Kick him out of your house. Or leave him. I think you're capable of sending your kids to school on your own. You are better off without that man. Am I done? Let me check. Oh, yeah. You really have shamed the entire Mindanao. I am doing what I have to do to save whatever is left, whatever dignity we have left. Listen. Listen, Falcons. Listen, Falcon number 1. Listen, Sansan. Falcon number 1. Sansan Bernabe, you listen. Falcon number 2, the older one. Sonny Edgar, you listen. You both are sanctioned. You're not allowed to send me any private messages anymore. I restricted the both of you. Not just here on Facebook, but also on WhatsApp, on WeChat. Because I know what you are, I know what you're up to. You think that because I'm a lot younger than you, you can motivate me to run faster. How many times have I told you that I cannot do it alone? How many times have I explained proper communication, regularly communicating? You never did. What was your term, Sansan? Oh, Janice, I need to pick your brains. Then pick my brains by observing me. No calls, no texts. You can email me. You can email me. My messenger will give you my email. Bernabe and Esquera. I have an IT expert. Also a Kumar. Kumar Kitola siya. Half Indian, half Filipino. I have a tag team. I have a tag team beside me and call them easily. Falcons. I do not serve you. You serve me in the internet sphere. When war begins, I serve you. But it is still time for peace and for us to survive for us Mindanaoans to survive, you listen to me. If you do not listen to me, I will keep on hitting your heads until you learn how to fly properly, how to return to me when I call you. I expect the little swallows, the nut-eating birds, to follow the crumbs of my falcons. I expect the swallows, yung mga mabababaw, ang jotak, just feed on the crumbs of my falcons and my peacocks, my peahens, the parrots, the cockatoos. As for the crows, as for the bashers, FGF Mado, maglagay ka muna ng picture mo. Picture reveal muna! Or video, like this one, to show that you're real. You called me ugly? Eh, ikaw? Hoy! Wala kang picture eh. Yapang mo naman. Dear crows, bashers, haters, whatever you are called, my fire will burn all of you. Now, Jam, Magno, you're such a freak, Jam. Jam, Magno, Jessica Ann, Mancao, Magno, Concha, no more. Hindi ka pa ba nadadala? Di jud ka kibaw mauwaw. Di ka kadawat, Jam. Nga si Beverly, si Eloy, si Elias, ug si Abigail, nalabawan ka na sa engagement. Hindi ka makapaniwala. So ano yan? Ginawa mong punching bag si Edgar. Ito din naman kasi si Edgar. Ang tanga mo din kasi, Edgar. Ba't ka nagpagayuma dyan? Oh, Edgar. Ngayon, na malaya ka na sa gayuma ni Jam, rebuild your life, dong. Dong, sumbong sako, dong. Sumbong sako. Champion debater ni dong. Klaro ang records na ako, dong. Niluhod ang mga agila sa Ateneo sa amuan ni Mabel. UP Mindanao ang level namo ni Mabel, Marie, Kukamas, Kotara. Dangop sa ako, Edgar, Concha. Dangop sa ako. Kapangalan ka pa naman sa akong atsek. Kapangalan ka pa naman sa akong angkol. Edgar Ortega. Kapangalan ka pa naman sa usa pa ka Edgar. Pinalangga na ko sa papabubit. Jose Edgar Vizca. Ganahan ko ng pangalang Edgar. Maayong pangalan. Nyagi ayo-ayo ang kulatang jam. Sige lang dong. Dangop nako. Edgar, Concha. Oh, it's already 1 hour and 10 minutes. 5:26. Time for me to do some walking. I need some fresh air. I am going to get those bank statements, Metran. We are not yet finished. This is just round 1. Di man ta makakarate in person. So, Moni, let's fight video to video. Chinese Tan Te Kai versus Segundo Metran Jr. This is merely round 1. I'm waiting for round 2. You tell me when!